Yeah, honestly, it's early season. It's just about getting some race experience, giving, freshmen a run through of what like just a normal dual meet will look like. And just, learning and growing from here. So I think, we accomplished that tonight, had some actually really good things, surprisingly good in some places, but it's really about just learning and growing from here.
Not necessarily your first meet this fall. You did have that at Ball State. How has the fall been progressing? How has the team kind of come together from last year's success to this year so far?
Yeah, we had the Ball State meet, which was a little bit different, just short events and everything, so that was fun. So we got a little racing in there. But I think, team's coming together really well. I think, with the big transition year, I think we've meshed really well, really quickly. I think maybe even earlier in the year than I would have anticipated. Just the freshmen, a couple transfer we have, just really meshed well. I think we're doing some things a little bit different training-wise. Part of that's our mid-season meets 2 weeks later, so we're been taking our time getting into the season and how we're setting it up. So I think that's a little bit different approach maybe than we've taken in the past. So we definitely didn't hurry up to get here in terms of the inter-squad meet. Very process-oriented, but we're in a good place right now.
Let's talk about the Blue Gray. How did it come about? I know it's been going on for a couple years. What sparked the idea for this to get the team not necessarily competing against each other, but just to get those competitiveness going?
We've done an inter-squad meet every year, and then the bigger blue-gray competition that we do for like multiple weeks leading up. I think this is year 3 for that. It's something I'd done previous school, and it's just a fun way to kind of kick off the year. So get some competitive juices flowing, have fun with things. They do their like Instagram videos, team introductions. We've done all kinds of different things. So team building, having fun, competing in different ways, just kind of building up to this meet and everything.
October 13, 14, that's when you guys start. That's your next meets. You're on the road. What do you still have to do to prepare for that competition? Not necessarily the first time you've seen another opponent, but really the first time you're in a competitive meet.
Yeah. Well, and that'll be different. Obviously a lot of travel involved with that. We'll go in different parts. We've never been up to Wisconsin for meets before, so that'll be nice to kind of get up there for the first time. I think it's just, we're trying to be very process focused with this season. And that's just kind of the next step. So we got 2 more weeks to keep training, keep getting better, learn some things from what we did here, and goals to be a little bit better that weekend. And just continue to use each meet and, racing weekend to kind of take, steps forward as we move through the season. Some people, we had some people, this was their first short course yards racing, freshmen, first time through a dual meet order. So a lot of learning and a lot of getting better from here.
Big senior class last year graduated. You have a lot of newcomers that came in this year. How have the returners kind of brought them in, educated them? Because last year, that year in program history, how have they helped them kind of inundate themselves to prepare for the upcoming grind with conference and for this year?
Yeah, well, I think we have some great leadership this year, and that's the exciting thing. With as many seniors as we lost last year, we still have just a great group of leaders. Between a little bit smaller senior class and our larger junior class this year. So they've done a really good job just embracing that role, bringing the freshmen in, building those relationships, and just communicating, hey, who we are, how we do things. And I think, within the first 2 weeks, they had 2 team-only meetings already, and not with them, no prompting from me or anything. So I think that said a lot right there. They're being intentional about it, and they care a lot about this program. And I think, we're far enough along that we're not, new anymore. We've got some traditions established. We've got, a culture established and everything. So a lot of that foundation laying has been done. And the girls are really proud of that, and they're excited to build on that and, bring the new folks into that.
Positives from tonight, and what do you still have to work on?
Positive, we had 7 or 8, inter-squad meet records that we keep track of. So some really good things there. I saw some really good execution in some places, honestly, for an inter-squad meet. I think the 200 fly with Haley and Alexandria, they both were like right on top of their best times. And they just executed that really well. As far as getting better everywhere, that's just the nature of this. That's the whole point. If we're not getting better, even if it was a really good swim, if we're not getting better from here, that's a problem. So there's a lot of technical things we need to shore up. There's just more training we need to do. That's at this point in the season with how we set things up. So, lots and lots of places to get better, which is exciting.
Final question, just about the divers. What have you seen from that group so far? You return a lot of veterans in that group, and they had some success last season. How have they progressed so far?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about the divers. Last year was a huge step forward for the divers. They got great energy this year. They're working really hard. I mean, Teresa's been very detail focused with them early in the season here. You know, and as with us, you know, they're being very process oriented. You know, they've done things a certain way these first few weeks to set up kind of what they're going to do the rest of the season. So, really excited about the group we have in diving, the energy they have, the experience they have now. With the success they had last year, you know, with Zoe and Bailey each, you know, earning top 3 finishes on boards. So really looking forward to building on that.